Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome everyone.
Hi.
Again, back to the Vertical Weekly EMA, the place where we take you guys through the latest updates that we have announced and the latest things that are happening behind the scene. And also the place where you guys can ask questions directly to the team. And we always encourage you to do this because we just enjoy to do that. And it gives a lot of value back to you guys. And guys, like we teased you guys with last week, today's EMA is going to be marking the start of something big, something we have been working on so hard and that we are so proud of, that we are finally reaching a version that we can launch and which the public can use. But before we actually get to the big news, I just want to give a little notice that yesterday we hosted our own first round table together with the Burp Nest, the Crypto Burp, and together. And we had three awesome speakers in there as well. We really try to focus on bringing in the brightest minds currently in the space, building awesome technologies that potentially in the future will be able to be integrated with the vertical platform as well. And because we notice, right, a lot of spaces might, have the same topics, might stay very superficial. What we really wanted to do here, and that we want to keep doing in the future, is make sure that we actually bring smart people together with very like deep questions that are expected to be answered with also deep answers about the topic. And we had on board the founder of OpenServe, Tim. We had a Michael, a core team member of Modular, and Prakash, a core team member of Swearon Network. It was awesome. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you to go to the Crypto Burbs page. You can find it over there. You can listen it back. So fast forward a few minutes because the first 5 minutes are completely silent. Don't worry, it's not you. We just didn't have the music at hand. But yeah, I wanted to start it off with that. Now, back to the big announcement that we are going to do today. Because, guys, it's finally near. We are coming super close to the launch of the Vertical Studio version 1 that is going to be available for the public before the end of this month. Yes, you heard it right. One of our most anticipated products, our core product in our ecosystem, something that we've promised you guys to build when we launched back in November with our token. We are finally reaching the initial version that we can deploy to the public, which you can use to build and customize your own AI model. And guys, this is huge because all the way up until now, it took many resources to customize AI for individuals, but also for companies, right? You needed to hire expertise. You needed to, be able to pay that expertise. And then when you finally found that expertise, you need to set up these complicated infrastructure on, the big traditional providers that will cost you up into the thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for just running your own custom model for just simple solutions within your company. And this is what we are trying to disrupt over here. With the studio, we want to make it possible that the 99% of all the people and the companies that don't have the budgets, that don't have the network to find the expertise, still have the tools available to customize their own AI models without worrying about high compute bills at the end of the month. That is what the studio is all about. And so, what will the studio offer? at start, because this is obviously the V1. Most of you that have been with us since the start or already for a while know that 2.5 months ago, we actually did a beta testing of one of our core technologies that we were going to integrate in the studio. Well, we've used all the user feedback and made a very intuitive first version of the studio, which we think is going to offer you the ability to very easily fine-tune a model using decentralized compute through the vertical cloud. So essentially, this is what we're going to offer you. We're going to give you an interface where you will be able to customize your model through fine-tuning within minutes. We want to make it as easy as possible. We want to remove as much barriers as possible. So we are trying to limit the amount of clicks to maximum of 5 buttons. Yes, that's how simple it's going to be. Just 5 clicks on a button, and a few minutes, you have your own customized model. And we do this through our no-code approach. We want to remove any need for technical expertise to perform this fine-tuning job, because this is the groundbreaking approach of vertical, guys. This is how we are going to bring AI to the masses, especially AI customization to the masses. It's only if you can provide this through a no-code environment where 99% of the people have finally access to also start playing around with technology that currently only the smart engineers or the big corporations have access to. I think a very unique feature that we are very proud of that we are going to be launching with the studio is our data set creating agent, which essentially gives you the ability to dump in unstructured, unsupervised data, simply said, just text and PDFs about a certain topic. You just prompt our AI what you want the data set to be about, and it will create a structured, supervised, labeled data set ready for training. And this usually takes days, sometimes even weeks. And we actually build a feature that gives you this data set within seconds. It's actually awesome, and we're super proud of it. And I can't wait to show it to you guys. And obviously, we're not only launching the studio, but this all is going to be running on the vertical cloud. So together with the studio, we're also launching our this whole tool set, this suite that is running on the vertical cloud, which, as reminder to everyone, is our own proprietary orchestration software that taps into these multiple decentralized networks like Edge, like Nosana, like Akash, and others in the future as well. We pick the most affordable GPU from those networks, we pull them together, and you will be able to deploy automatically to this pool. You don't have to worry about scaling it up or scaling it down. You don't have to worry about your workload if it can handle it. We handle all the technicalities. You just have to click one simple button to deploy your model to our vertical cloud. And the nice thing is that our first benchmarks showed that we are already more than 45% cheaper than traditional providers. And we already have API access available in V1. So what does that mean? When you have customized your own AI model in the Vertical Studio, you will get the API to that model in your dashboard, and you can use that API to integrate it in any external workflow builder, in any external application, so you can actually put that customized AI model to work, bring it to life through an agent. Guys, we are giving you the ability to customize the brain in an agent. A lot of people are providing you the tools to build the workflow of the agent around the model, but there's always a big flaw there, because you're always integrating, or most of the time, these foundational models that have knowledge about so many topics that might not even be relevant for you. And this creates a very tricky situation where they're not always very specialized in what you want them to be. And we are giving you the tools to actually customize the brain before you integrate it into an agent. We are going to be an essential tool in the AI agentic developing stack. This is our mission. Oh, so that is the big announcement for today. And what I want to add to that is that we are promising you we will launch this before the end of the month. That is for two reasons. One, we want to bring this tool as fast as possible into your hands. Secondly, our team will be present during Token 2049 in Singapore. And you are going to hear it here first as well. We are again going to host private side events for our most appreciated partners to strengthen the relationships between these partners, to make sure that we can build on top of this long-term relationships around good food, good drinks, and good company. So you will see and hear some more information about that as well. But yeah, Token 2049, Singapore, Vertical again is organizing its own private side event to amplify this launch even further. All right, so Hidden, maybe you want to give people a little insight what this campaign is all about, what we are going to be deploying all the way up and towards the launch, and well, give them a little insight what they can
Yeah.
expect in the next coming weeks.
So studio super excited, guys. We've been working with the team a few weeks now on building this campaign, setting everything up, and we have some really nice things in mind. We have some educational posts coming up, how to use the studio, why you should use the studio. For what types of use cases you can use it. So we'll give an insight into that. We'll also do some benchmark posting, see how much better it is than a non-fine-tuned model. We're going to do some promotional posts, of course. We're going to do some contests around it, but also, massive, as Mark already maybe mentioned, massive partnerships coming up, like huge ones that are completely related to the studio that will create a huge synergy for both parties. So super exciting things coming up. And to add on top of that, we just hired a new guy in our team, very experienced in Web3 and an expert in TikTok and Instagram. So we'll not only be sharing this whole studio campaign through our usual channels, our X and our Telegram. No, we will also be sharing them shortly on our TikTok and on our Instagram channels, which of course means a whole new target audience, a whole new reach, which we can gather. So a lot of new people hearing about vertical, seeing about vertical, and especially learning about this disruptive product which we're going to be launching in a few weeks' time. So super exciting. I'm really excited to kickstart this campaign after this AMA. And yeah, lots and lots and lots of studio spam coming up the next coming weeks.
Yeah.
Really nice.
And that is the thing, right? The studio is our core product. It's the product that we've been working on, the product where we've been innovating on, the product where we see that this still doesn't exist in the right UI for the right price. This is the product which is going to be groundbreaking for vertical in general. And guys, what I would like to emphasize is that in November last year, we launched our token. People got familiar what we wanted to build. We promised you guys an ecosystem that consisted of three main products, saying the vertical stream, the studio, and the cloud. We promised you guys great utilities with our token within our platform that trickles down back value into our token economy if our platform is a success. We are really coming close now. And with this launch, we have ticked off all the first products that we are going to be building to make our ecosystem complete with at least all the initial versions of every product. Guys, we promised what we were going to build and we delivered. And soon we will be turning our whole ecosystem like a machine where every product will be amplifying each other, helping all the users from all the products, and we will be amplifying our marketing and user acquisition even further. The better we build the studio, the more efficient we make the vertical cloud, the cheaper we get it to host these models, and the easier we make it to integrate our custom models into external parties, the more users we get to the platform, the more people get exposed to our token utilities, which is, of course, the 15% discount, because also the studio and the cloud will be running on credits. And all these users will be financially incentivized every month again to participate in our token economy, buy the token, use it as payment, and we will burn a portion of the profits we make of it. So, guys, it's so excited to see everything that we've set out to build to come to life. But obviously, we are only just getting started. We haven't been building, what the token hasn't even been launched for a year yet. And we are going to double down now to make sure that our ecosystem is going to be thriving, that it's going to be growing, and that it's going to be buzzing of innovations from our users that will finally have the ability to customize AI through our tools without needing the technical expertise and without needing to worry about high compute cost at the end of the month. Guys, this is awesome. I'm excited. I'm
Exciting.
excited to get this started. And what I do think now, Hit, is that we can move forward to the questions because I'm super interested in what the community wants to know.
Let's see if anything came up.
Mm, uh,
So I think there's going to be also, throughout the launch of the studio, but also throughout, when the studio is live and people will be using it. Of course, there's going to be a lot of questions, right? Because it's a whole
mhm.
new type of experience people have. So remember, guys, we're always there to answer all questions you have. We'll have an FAQ online, but also reach out to the team through our community chat, to our Telegram community, sorry, and yeah, we're always happy to answer every question you guys have. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Always use the community. I see someone typing. Let's see what comes up. I see some comments here. Hi, team. If you can. Yes, MX. We are looking forward to it as well. And I think this is also a very relevant one. But guys, this is what we're trying to do in this space as well, right? We're trying to move away from the fluff projects. We are really trying to build value here for you guys with real utility in the token, and build an actual business that is turning a revenue that is trickling down its value back into the token economy. So yes, let's make utility great again. Let's channel energy to the projects that are actually building stuff. And those projects are not only vertical, just like our round the table yesterday. These are projects actually building stuff, aiming to disrupt the traditional markets together with blockchain technology. It's awesome. Yeah. Let's see. All right. We have a few questions here. This one. Up. So Hens is asking, will there be a video introduction of some kind on demo day and how the studio will work? Of course, this is, of course, we need to educate you guys. We're not just going to deploy and launch a product without showing you guys around, without informing you how to use it and how to maximize the best results out of it. So, yes, when we've launched it, obviously during the EMA, we will be doing a demo, and we will be posting and sharing a lot of tutorials how you will be able to use it. Right, Hidem?
Definitely, yeah. No, so a lot of video content coming up. As I mentioned before, this campaign will leading up to the launch. This campaign will include already some educational videos, some insights into the platform, but also, after we launch the studio, we will continue building videos, tutorials, looking at the questions being asked and making video tutorials on those questions. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of content and a lot of video coming up, definitely.
Nice. So we have FM asking also when the studio release. So next week, guys, we will announce the official launch date on our main channels. So please stay tuned. As of now, we can promise you guys at least one thing: it's going to be live before the end of this month. As I said, it's for us very important to have the studio live when we go to Singapore, so we can do demos over there to new partners, to new marketing entities, to larger investors. And that is our biggest mission. And that's only a part of why we're doing that. We want to make sure that this tool is in your hands as soon as possible. So stay tuned of our main channels. Next week, we will be announcing the official launch date. And as of now, today, we have kickstarted the campaign all the way up and towards the launch. It's all a process, guys. We're going to build anticipation. We're going to do what Vertical does best. All right. Let's see. Yeah, the usual question. Yeah, guys, we are working on this. As we've told you guys, it's part of our strategy. We want to just make sure that if we do it right, and these kind of things actually take some time. It's not the same anymore as a few years ago, where you were just be able to throw some money at a quality exchange and they will just list you. Nowadays, they have to go through their own processes, etc., etc. And we are also MiCA compliant, so some of the sketchier centralized exchanges actually fall off for us. But don't worry, what we are going to be promising you right here, if we do SEX listings, we're promising you that they're only good ones and that they're ones that are adding to our long-term strategy in general. So stay tuned, because soon maybe we'll have more updates on SEX listing as well. Let's see. Hans also gives some suggestions. Thank you, Hans. We will take them into consideration. And yes, completely agree. We need to grab the attention, and guys, that is what we do, right? That is why we set up this campaign. Is we got to make sure that we make some noise. And that is the whole purpose of what we'll be doing. We want to make sure that everybody knows that it's the Vertical Studio that is the core of our ecosystem. That is where soon the custom models will be created by our users, where they will be able to use them privately in their dashboard, use them externally through our API, or actually even something that I haven't even emphasized, they can list it on the stream and start generating revenue. Guys, we will be the first AI customization platform that gives our users the ability to actually generate revenue from their AI creations without needing to go through the whole process of setting up their own business and building up their brand. They can just leverage our marketing efforts by pulling in the users through the stream, and then they can sell their models to those users that are coming in there. That is the whole reason for the stream, guys. It's a product for the masses, but it's not the most innovative product, but we're making it as good as any other person or company in the space. We want to make it as cheap as possible, and we want to make sure that we attract as many users as possible, because that way you can leverage our marketing and actually earn some profits on your AI creation. Now, imagine people turning a profit on their AI models that they've created in the Vertical Studio and that they're monetizing on our stream. This will kickstart a snowball effect of users coming in and organic amplification through communities, especially in the AI communities. I'm excited. I'm super excited to finally see our full ecosystem with all three products working together and amplifying each other, because this has always been the vision. These three main products working together with our token as an integral part of our platform. Let's see. We can do one more question, maybe. I see Hans typing. We're gonna give him just a few seconds. Let's see. Yeah, Hans, you have some great suggestions. Obviously, these are some interesting approaches. So what we're gonna give you the ability to do is train that brain, right? Make it super smart. Okay, so guys, what Hans is suggesting is giving people the ability to build an AI agent that can read charts and make suggestions on future trading. To be honest, like, you can use AI for that. I wouldn't say it's per se necessary. I think you have very advanced bots that are already able to trade charts for you. But if you would like to do that, you are able to um, give trading knowledge to that model in the Vertical Studio first before you integrate it into an agent. And that is super powerful because you can just grab historical data, generate a data set on it in our studio that is ready to train that model based on that data within seconds. So this is a great use case. And if you have the need for this, this is possible. But just remember, we are not building the studio just for one use case. We're building it in such a general way that almost any specific niche or use case can be built. It's like a Shopify. You can build any sort of web shop that you want, but you can build a web shop in an hour. And that's what we want to do as well. We want to give you the ability to build any custom AI within a very short time frame. All right, let's do one final question, and then I think we can wrap it up. Let's see. One more person typing. Great idea. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I don't see any further questions. Maybe here. No, I think those were all the questions, guys. Thank you for asking those questions. We always enjoy answering them here live in front of you. So please keep doing this during our EMAs. And for now, I think we can wrap it up, Hidde. And I can say this is Mark and Hidde tuning out. Have a
See you guys.
great evening. Have a great night. Have a great day wherever you are. See you on the next one.
Bye bye.